Welcome to Cincinnati.com. Today we're here with Sycamore football coach Scott Dattilo. Scott, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, Scott, can you tell us what your expectations are for the Sycamore football team this upcoming 2011 season?
Like any other year, we have high expectations. We feel like we got a good program, good players, and good coaches, and we're gonna strive to compete at the top of our league, and that's the plan going in. Fortunately, this year we got a lot of guys returning, several that'll be 3-year starters. So, this particular year, I think the expectations are pretty high.
Can you maybe give us some specifics on both sides of the ball? I know you have about 12 starters returning overall, maybe just a few leaders on offense and defense.
Yeah, well, there's really only 2 position groups where we lost a handful of guys, and that's with the offensive line. We graduated 4 of them. And pretty much our skill sets are all back on offense, with the exception of our fullback, Cody Sadler, who graduated also. Defensively, the bulk of our front 7 is going to return. Now we did lose three players in the secondary, which is a question mark for us coming into next year. But but by and large, we got a lot of guys back. If they weren't starters, we have a lot of guys that played coming back as well. Offensively, Kyle Sess will be a 3rd-year quarterback for us. We're hoping he can make a big jump from his junior year to his senior year, which happens a lot with quarterbacks, and we're hoping he can do that. We got some big play guys in the backfield with Marcus James as a tailback returning. He'll be a junior. Will Bundy's a big play wide receiver that we're hoping can continue doing some good things. So offensively, we feel like if we can execute, we got some guys that can make some things happen. In addition to that, we got A.J. Williams, who's been a verbal commit to University of Michigan, who can do some things as well with his size and athleticism. So hopefully we can make the jump and get a little bit better offensively. Defensively, I think we'll be pretty strong up the middle. Got a lot of guys coming back, and as I mentioned, the challenge will be in the secondary.
Great. And how does your schedule shape up this year, Scott?
Well, out of league, we had the same schedule we did last year. We open up with Withrow, Springboro, and Springfield, which is a good out of league schedule, very competitive. And then we play the GMC circuit the next 7, and this year we have Hamilton off the schedule and Coleraine off the schedule, and pick up Fairfield and Lakota East, which we did not play last year. So GMC is always a tough go of it, and hopefully you can get through it healthy and survive a little bit, but it's going to be tough.
It's really interesting, the coaching carousel that's going around in the city, and especially in the GMC. And a lot of people are interested. Obviously, Troy Everhart at Middletown and Jason Krause at Fairfield this year. And there's been, several coaching changes within the past couple of years. How do you kind of gauge the GMC this year?
Well, I think it'll be interesting. Obviously, Coleraine is the team to beat. They're one of the best programs, not only in the city but the state and even the region, for that matter. They're the target. They're the marquee program that everybody's trying to be like. And after that, it's really up in the air. Middletown has a lot of guys coming back, and I know Troy Everhart. Well, when I was at Fairfield, we played them every year, and we scrimmaged them since I went to Sycamore. So they're going to be well coached and play hard, and he's got a lot of talent to work with. So I expect them to be up at the top as well. Lakota East was young last year, and they return a lot of guys. Jason Krause is a heck of a coach. He's done wonders at Middletown. I'm sure he'll get Fairfield to where they should be, and there's no doubt in my mind that'll happen. And I think we're in that mix. Princeton's in the mix. Lakota. I mean, it's always a tough league. You can rattle right through the whole league and say they got a chance. And Mason last year was much improved, and they have a lot of guys coming back as well. So I think it's going to be a very competitive league this year.
What about overall in the city? What are some of your perspectives on that?
Well, it's always the top teams are always Coleraine and the GCL South, and that hasn't changed for years, and I wouldn't expect that to be any different this year. The Big Four are always good, always strong. They play a tough schedule, and and then the top of the GMC, and when I do my voting, those will be the guys up top like they always are.
I guess lastly, Coach, what do you enjoy most about coaching at Sycamore? I know you've been there a couple years now, and you've had some success. What do you find the most enjoyable about being there?
Well, what I've found about Sycamore that I think is very unique is there's a lot of tradition, a lot of pride in the school itself, in the community, and certainly within the athletic programs, and in that regard, it's very GCL-like. You know, we have committed kids. They work very hard. They do what you ask of them, and you know, that's one of the things off the top of my mind that jumped out immediately when I took the job, is that I probably didn't expect, being an outsider looking in, and you know, and was pleasantly surprised with, and have kind of rode it a little bit, and you know, so that would be the one thing that jumped out at me right away.
Great, Coach. We appreciate your time today, and thanks for joining us, and best of luck to you.
Great, thank you very much.